guys, welcome to October Real Estate Market Update for officially voted the friendliest city in the world. Congratulations, Calgary. I'm yours, Markovic, a realtor with Real Broker and Redline Real Estate Group. The national real estate news outlets share the news of how prices are falling down. In this month's market update, we are going to explain everything you need to know about what happened in September as we turn the corner and head into a fall and winter season in what has been a crazy year so far. We're going to talk about the sales stats, the rental market and mortgage rates, but also we're going to explore the most recent changes in zoning at the municipal level and what they mean to Calgary real estate market. This has been a big month for all of that, with some pretty groundbreaking stuff happening in our city right now. First up, the sales statistics are really not the main story this month. Everything has gone up again, just like it has all year, and the story is more or less the same as the last month. The average price for a piece of real estate in Calgary is the same as it was in August, about $570,000, up nearly 9% from what it was in September of 2022. The sales volumes are up a little bit, but compared to 2022, we have not seen as many transactions. This is because of reduced inventory and nothing else. There are just not as many homes coming to the market for several reasons. Higher prices and higher interest rates are making it harder for existing property owners to move up to the next home, and so they're reluctant to put their home on the market. We are seeing 25% less inventory this year, and with such a low inventory, you can expect continued record sales numbers because, well, there isn't as much to buy. As far as the specific sales stats go for the detached, apartment, condos, row townhouses and semi-detached segments, the numbers are all following suit with the overall results for Calgary. The prices are going up and the inventory being under a lot of pressure. To buy a detached home in Calgary right now, you will run onto average of $696,000. While at the other end of the apartment condos would be approximately $313,000. Between those two, we have row houses at $419,000 and semi-detached properties at $621,000. These numbers are considerably higher than what we saw in September of last year, with all segments showing double-digit increases over the last year numbers. But Calgary's year-to-date average pricing is up for as much as modest 4%, mostly due to fewer sales at the higher price points earlier this year. However, it is still a seller's market. Well, what is the most important thing that happened in Calgary's real estate in September? Well, it is a decision by the City Council to open up all Calgary's single-family zoning districts to medium-density development. So what does it really mean? City Council voted in support of recommendations made by the House Affordability Task Force, which will pave the way for RC1 single-family zoning to be removed, and for the newer RCG land use designation to become the default zoning for Calgary. Now, those changes won't take effect until midway through next year, but Calgary is about to start looking a bit different. So, is this change good for Calgarians? Well, some would say yes, some will oppose, but it will definitely refresh many of our old and tired inner city communities and breathe a new life into the segments of our market that has grown stagnant in the recent years. The main reason why Calgary City Council has decided to open up the zoning rules for our city is because this is their response to the national issue of housing affordability. Municipal governments are coming under increased pressure to remove the red tape and support a rapid development of new housing units in order to meet the high demand being experienced across the country. In Calgary, we are not doing enough to match the housing supply with the demand of the growing population, and you can see it right here. In August, we added 1,880 new housing units, but the Calgary City population growth model suggests we also added 6,200 new residents to our fine city. And all this makes sense because this month Calgary also made the headlines for setting a Canadian record for the highest level of interprovincial migration ever observed by Statistics Canada. So in the context of maintaining Calgary's relative affordability across the Canadian real estate landscape, we need to play catch-up with the new housing construction. And this is the main reason behind the push to add greater density to existing neighborhoods all across the city. Let's shift the gears now for a look at the rental market. Rental rates are very similar to August numbers, with the average price for one bedroom in Calgary coming at $19.50 in September and $24.50 for two bedrooms. If you like to rent 3-bedroom house, you can expect to pay around $2,900. The rental market is also undersupplied, and with respect to adding more rental supply, feds did rental housing developers a big favor this month by introducing a bill to remove the GST payable on the construction of a new rental units, giving an extra 5% to the very tight margins associated with the rental units construction. So, what does it cost to buy a home in Calgary right now? Well, the base on average price of $570,000 with 5.7% down payment, because you can only put 5% down to the $500,000 and it needs to be 10% down beyond that. You would need $32,500 for a down payment, and your payments would be $3,429 per month. Although this is based on a 5-year fixed interest rate of 5.5% based on a ratehub.ca. If you have 20% down, your payment goes up to $114,000 and your monthly payment drop to $2,680. Sounds like a lot, and it is, but Calgary is still less than a half price of Vancouver and Toronto. So in terms of a relative affordability, we have it pretty good here in Calgary. Well, that will be all for this month. Thank you for staying with me. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you.